So, what you will need, first off, get a box of red velvet cake mix. Second, you'll need some cream cheese frosting and some special dark chocolate chips. As well as these things, you'll need various kitchen things such as Crisco, wax paper, a melon baller, measuring cups, a mixer with the mixing thing, a spatula, 2 mixing bowls, a cookie pan, which I don't have here, a double boiler, or if you don't have a double boiler, you can simply put a metal bowl over a pan of hot water. Make sure that the water does not touch the bowl, and you would not have to cover it, I don't believe. And we will need a 9x13 pan. We've all made a cake before, right? Wonderful. So, here is the mixed up red velvet cake mix. And the floured pan is right over there. How awesome does that look? So, shortly we are going to put this into there and bake just like a normal cake. And then the fun stuff starts. Next step in this wonderful cake mixing process is to wait about 10 minutes after you take it out of the oven, and then you run a fork through it to turn it into tons of crumbs. Now that we have all of our yummy tiny crumbs, see how tiny those are, into our mixing bowl, the next step is to fold in the frosting. Now, oh crap, this has been warmed up a little bit, so it's pretty malleable, so it's easier to fold in. So we're going to start off with that much and see where we get. Yeah, our cake ball batter is complete. See how hard this is? This is wonderful. I used about half of the frosting in order to make this, and I folded in with a spatula, and then when I got annoyed with that, I decided that I needed to change it up and use my hands. Beware, that is an extremely messy process. My hands were dyed red. Now you want your texture to be enough that it holds together kind of like a regular meatball. Isn't that gorgeous? There we go. Now you can really see it. And it basically is going to look like a meatloaf when you have it all together. Now the next step in this wonderful process is to take an awesome melon baller, or, cookie scoop. You could even use your hands if you were really that desperate. But I just got this melon baller and I'm very excited to use it for the first time. So, you scoop out your cake balls. You form them into wonderful little balls. You get them out. Roll them to make sure they're smooth. The cake baller is mostly to make sure that they are uniform in size. And you place them on a cookie tray with waxed paper. Do not forget the wonderful wax paper. So, now I'm going to be rolling cake balls for the next 20 minutes. See you in a few. So, for this next step, you will need a fork, some Hershey's Special Dark chocolate chips, a spoon, some vegetable shortening, and apparently about 68 cake balls. This is tons of fun. Alright, so what you're going to do is, see that wonderful double boiler? You put some water in it, you turn it on high and wait for the water to boil. And once the water is boiled, you will dump in the entire package of chocolate chips and about half a tablespoon of shortening. The shortening is not needed, however, it makes the chocolate look all nice and glossy at the end. And, 70% of taste is how it looks. There is definitely an art to melting chocolate. See, it's already starting to melt. You can see it right on the edges. It's awesome. Actually, this is what I should do. cool, looks much better. So, you need to stir occasionally. See that wonderful bit of shortening at the top? And this will actually melt pretty quickly. See? Look at all that wonderful meltiness already. So, because it is imperative to keep chocolate warm while it's melted, look at that melty goodness. We have temporarily moved our show to the stove. So, the way that we should do this is stick a wonderful fork into a cake ball, mill it around in the chocolate a little bit, make sure that it's relatively covered. It's not going to get relatively covered apparently. See this wonderful chocolatey goodness. And put it back on the thing, and you should scrape it off with another fork. However, I was an idiot and forgot about my fork, so I'm gonna go get one. So, now that we've finished covering all of these wonderful things, look how glossy they are. We have to refrigerate them for about an hour, or overnight, as I'm going to do. So I will see you in the morning to see the finished product.